I'm the only one without a child or a mom or a dad.
Yes.
So.
How did you get involved in your organization, and what does it do exactly?
Joan, the Children's Miracle Network was organized to help fund children's hospitals and to help them take care of the whole child. And that from everything from birth defects to accidents and trauma to leukemia to kidney problems to transplants. I mean, it's a kind of hospitals, there are 160 of them in North America that are funded through the Children's Miracle Network. It started back in 1983, and in that time has raised over $250 million for children's hospitals. And all of that money, every single penny of it, goes right to the hospital where it's raised. So if it's raised in Los Angeles, it goes to Los Angeles Children's Hospital, which is where Rachel was treated. And in other areas, it goes to help those hospitals. But I got involved because I love children.
I was going to say, do you have children of your own?
I have 3 of my own, and happily they have been healthy, and I've never had to make a trip to even to the emergency ward with them. So my way of giving thanks for that in a way was to say that if we had needed that, how important it is. I don't think there's any greater panic than having a sick child and not knowing where to go or not having the right facilities. That's one of the things that we try and do, is to help these children's hospitals now have the right facilities there for the children so that their problems can be treated. And it's an ongoing situation for us. We'll be on the air June 2nd and 3rd of this year.
I was going to ask you for the next telephone.
Yeah.
How did you know where to go?
Fortunately, through our health care plan, through the health care plan at my job, we went to emergency. And then when the lady diagnosed John as having nephrotic syndrome first, she gave us the pediatric doctor to go to, and she was a wonderful doctor. She sat down and explained everything to me. She gave me all the time that I needed to talk about John and his problem, and you can't find anything better than that than have a doctor.
You know, all 3 of you have been through so much. I mean, tell me one positive thing that's come out of this for you. Besides, of course, that your child is well. I mean, but,
we've learned to choose the really important things, and we've really learned what family and friends and what a real support group means. And I have to say that my oldest daughter was wonderful, and like a rock, you know, and we were all sort of depending on her while we were in the hospital. She was at home, and we all find out what we can do.
She's in the audience, isn't she?
Yes, she is.
Where is she? Let me see if I
She's
can
right
find
over there in the corner.
Oh, she's very pretty. Stand up so they can get a camera shot of you. Great. What's her name?
Samantha.
Samantha. Stand up again for a minute so we make sure they got it. All right. Good. We'll be right back. We're going to take the questions from the audience, so don't go anywhere.
Now, beautiful hair is as easy as counting to 4. Introducing Rave Professional Hair Care. 4 new Rave shampoos, 4 new Rave conditioners, with a 4-point system that goes from light to deep.
I use number 1 shampoo for fine hair, with number 2 conditioner for body.
You're sure to find the Rave combination that's just right for you. For the first time ever, beautiful hair is as easy as counting on Rave.
Nobody but this man could make an oat cereal that tastes this good. Quaker Oat Squares. Oats as delicious as only he could make them. Quaker Oat Squares, from the man who knows breakfast best.
24 hours a day, only one card gives you 100% fiber optic sound quality and rates that are lower than AT&T. The phone card from U.S. Sprint. To get yours free without changing phone companies, call Sprint now.
If you'd like free tickets to the Joan Rivers Show while we're in Los Angeles, send a self-addressed stamped envelope to Tickets, care of the Joan Rivers Show, 524 West 57th Street, New York, New York, 10019. Or call area code 212-975-5757, or in Los Angeles, area code 213-960-2415.
On the next Cosby Show.
I don't feel good.
Open up a little bit then.
Cliff takes care of Rudy.
You can open bigger than that.
Now, I can see your feet.
And Claire gets on his case.
Did you check her gland?
Well, yes, it's just slightly
Is there any
swollen.
swelling?
Well, just a little.
Did you check her throat?
She's just irritated.
Oh, my gosh, we should call a doctor.
Cosby, tonight at 7 on WITN 7.
She didn't run until she came to college, but this cross-country runner from Washington quickly learned the dedication it took to be a champion.
Sometimes we go out for runs and it's pouring down rain, and it's like, why aren't I sitting in front of the TV? Cup of hot chocolate, you know? Sometimes we have workouts and sleep.
Anne-Marie Welch is East Carolina's finest female cross-country runner, and this week's local hero, Thursday at 6 on Eastern Carolina's News Channel.
Your child will most likely get an ear infection sometime before turning 6 years old. Ear infections are common in young children, but they shouldn't be taken lightly. That's because they are the #1 cause of hearing loss in children under 6. The more frequent a child has an ear infection, the greater chance there is of causing permanent hearing damage. Ear specialist Dr. Stephen Ransenberger explains why youngsters are at high risk.
The drainage system of a young child's ear is not efficient. As they grow older, these draining systems become more efficient. If an infection is acquired by the child when he's young, antibiotic therapy is necessary. If complications develop, then minor surgery may be required.
Be aware when your child has an earache or an ear infection and get prompt medical treatment. This is the best way of making sure your child will hear for life. This good health message is brought to you by the American Osteopathic Association.
Talk now mainly with Aaron, Rachel, and John. Somebody gave us a question from the audience before. The three of you have been through so much. You're so brave. Are you brave for yourself, or are you brave because you think, I have to be brave for my mom or my parents? What makes you so brave to go through all this?
Mostly your family, but, well, it's half your family and half you, because you think that you have to be brave because you don't want everybody else thinking that you're not brave and everything. But you have to be brave for your family because they're depending on you, sort of.
Yeah.
Not to die and stuff.
Yeah.
So,
Do you ever get angry? Do you ever see another boy that's doing water skiing now, and you say, why me? Why did it happen to me?
I used to, but I've gotten past that.
What about you, John?
Well, yes, I said it at first, why me, but I've gotten past it, too. I'm able to cope with it and do a lot of things that I used to be able to do.
Do you get angry?
sometimes, but I still say I get past it. You get past it after a little while, and you know that you'll be okay after you've gotten through most of it.
Let me ask you, you're all so ill. Were you afraid of dying? Are you afraid of dying? Or you just say...
Well, at first I was afraid that half and half I would die, but then I think it's almost, you don't really think about dying when you first get it. You think about what's going to happen, what you're going to do, what are they going to do to you, and stuff like that.
Yeah. What'd they do to you? A lot of needles?
Yes. They put this thing in a catheter so I wouldn't have to get so many needles. They would stick it in that thing instead of me.
Oh, yes, yes. Did you make friends in the hospital?
Yeah. One of my friends died a couple months ago. So, and I know that it's possible, but I don't think it's really going to happen to me.
Now, let me ask you something very positive. What do you want to do when you grow up?
I don't know, but I sure think I might want to be a doctor, because then I'll know that I might be saving someone else's life like this, and I'll know what to tell them and what to do about it.
What would you tell a little girl that came in that had what you had?
I would tell them that you could die, but it's not very possible, and we can do whatever we can.
What about you? What do you want to do with your life? You've been given a second life, in a sense.
Yeah,
John?
I guess I would like to, I really want to be a psychologist, to talk to people, you know, help them get their life better, and get them on the right track of what they would like to do and their problems, and so they'll be able to talk it over with other people.
What about you, Aaron? What are you looking forward to besides water skiing?
Just getting back to normal is what I'm looking forward to, getting back to school and stuff.
If you met a boy or a girl that had to go through what you've been through, what would you say to them? What's your advice?
I would say that there will be times that you want to die and don't want to go through it anymore, but that it'll all get better, and that things will get better.
What about you, Joan?
I would say that you'll be able, if you just take it as it goes and learn to cope with things and know that you want to stay with it. You don't want to give up. Don't give up at all. You know that it's happening to you, but you learn to live with it and learn that that you have support of your family and things like that. Just
okay.
Joan, I find that John, in most cases, he's a lot stronger than I am, or I was during this whole thing.
Now, I want to ask you something very superficial. If we were in a toy store right now, Toys R Us, one of those things, what would you pick?
Right now, I really like to pick lots of books and stuff because in the hospital sometimes there's nothing to do and you just find yourself sitting there with nothing to do, and then you say, well, I really could be reading a book right now, and then you have lots of books to read instead of just sitting around.
What would you pick?
probably a model car. I like to do models.
Model cars? What would you pick?
A computer.
And I was going to say we're going to give each one of you your wish. Okay. How about a cheap computer?
What about
You got
a
it all.
Nintendo or something
And
like that?
Okay, I'll see what we can do. We're going to fix it up. You kids have been through enough. It's a new year. Have a good time. Now we'll be right.
Surprise! When it comes to crummy birthdays,
Sorry, I didn't have time to wrap it.
Harry takes the cake.
I'm not a cake. You're damn lucky to get the pie.
After his birthday blowout fizzles,
Party down.
a bungling burglar plans a get-together.
On a couch tied to a jet.
Will Harry take this lying down? Don't miss the party. On the next, Night Court.
Night Court, tonight at 7:30 on WIGN 7. This week on 7's Most Wanted.
Willie Haddock of Greenville was known as a man with more friends than enemies. So who killed him back on May 14th of 1988? No one's saying. In the next edition of 7's Most Wanted, the search for clues to this unsolved mystery.
Remember, something you may have seen or heard may help put one of 7's Most Wanted behind bars. Watch 7's Most Wanted, Thursdays at 6 and 11 on Eastern Carolina's News Channel.
Could you buy 3 meals a day for just 70 cents? Would 70 cents get you in to see a doctor? Is 70 cents a day enough to send your child to school?
Of course it's not. Let's face it, in this country, 70 cents a day doesn't go very far at all. It's certainly not enough for a person to live on. But in Guatemala, 70 cents is enough to buy a child like Maria a whole day's worth of nourishing meals. In Kenya, it's enough to protect a child like Jelaban against measles, a deadly disease in her part of the world. And in Thailand, 70 cents a day is enough so that a child like Jan D can attend school. Of every dollar you entrust to CCF, 80% will go directly for the care of your sponsored child and that child's community. That's one of the highest payouts of any charity in the world. 70 cents a day to a child who needs your help. It can make all the difference in the world. Please call now.
Arranged and guest protective services provided by West Coast Detectives.
Before we go, let me ask each of the parents, and then Merlin, what do you wish for your children for the new year? What do you wish for your son for the new year?
Healthier, thinner.
That's the drugs,
Healthier,
right?
thinner, yes.
Okay. The steroids. What do you wish for your son?
No rejection, and to be able to use wherever, to be an inspiration, wherever God leads him.
What about you, Karen?
The cancer never, ever comes back, and her relationship with her sister continues to grow.
That's lovely. That's lovely.
I just pray God that people would continue to support organizations like the Children's Miracle Network so that miracles like these that are happening all over the country and in children's hospitals can continue.
That's just lovely. Well, kids, have a great New Year. Nice to have you on. Come back next year with us.